good morning, and greetings to all. Kabir says, भला हुआ मोरी गगरी फूटी, भला हुआ मोरी गगरी फूटी, मैं पनिया भरन से छूटी, रे मोरे सर से टली बला, रे मोरे सर से टली बला. He says that, thank God that the vessel, the container that I have on my head is broken. The reference here is to the separate self. And now that it's broken, the load is off my head. When the sense of separate self is dissolved, one naturally feels light. Because this separation, that I am separate from the rest, as it deepens, it brings about this feeling that one is small, insignificant. And with that belief, one lives their life trying to protect themselves. Protect themselves mostly against an imagined threat, rather than a threat that is happening in real life. The more we identify with this separation, that I am separate from the rest, the more we start believing that we are alone in this world, we are lonely, we are not loved, and that we need to prove ourselves, the more anxiousness we create, more sadness we create. So this load on our head, metaphorically speaking, is this belief that I must do something to become better in the eyes of the others, because right now I'm small, insignificant, unwhole. And my whole effort, whether it is material or spiritual, is to become better, is to become whole. My whole movement to attain power, prestige, position, to be liked, to be loved, is a diversion of the ego mind from the present reality, here and now. Here and now, whatever is arising does not demand you to be a certain way. In this presence, in this awareness, whatever is arising, whatever thought, feeling, sensation, all content is accepted without resistance. And even if the resistance arises, which is again a thought, even that is accepted. So with this acceptance, the vessel on the head breaks, the container breaks. And when the container breaks, one naturally feels light. And there is a sweet feeling in the heart. And one just rests in their most natural state, most ordinary state. You can call it peace, beingness, amness. It is the unchanging that witnesses all change. Without it, no change is possible, yet it remains untouched, unaffected, unchanged by anything that appears to be happening externally. It seems that this is separate from what is happening externally, but it is all one and the same, because everything is happening in this consciousness. And that is why the Master said, consciousness is all there is. And when there is a recognition of that consciousness, then one simply flows with the flow of life, without resisting, without trying to change things or people or even oneself. There is a natural compassion, a tenderness that comes out as a result of this understanding. Because we do see separation in appearances, but deep down there is this understanding, this recognition that behind appearances is the same consciousness that powers all things. Just like, Ramesh would say that just as electricity powers all gadgets to enable them to do the function that they are designed to do, the electricity flows through the juicer, the blender, to do a specific job. The same electricity flows through the washing machine to do another job. The same electricity flows through the lightings of the house to do yet another job. Now the bulb may be, or let's say the electric appliance may malfunction or even may get destroyed, but nothing happens to the electricity. Electricity keeps flowing because its nature is flow. While the gadget may think it is different, the juicer may think it is separate from the washing machine or the electric bulb, but the current powering all of them is the same. And so is consciousness in all beings, is the same, is one and the same. Recognition of this oneness brings about peace. And to find, quote unquote, find this consciousness, the path is not external but internal. When the mind turns on itself, it sees that expanding outwardly is not going to bring any relief. It sees that trying to contemplate or intellectually understand what consciousness is not going to bring peace. But when the attention is diverted inwards to this sense of separate self or the I, then something amazing happens. The mind stops moving outwards. And even if it does, it just comes back quickly to this place of restfulness. And that is peace. When one is peaceful within, that peace is radiated and even felt by others. You may have noticed that when you are in the presence of someone who's peaceful within, happy within, you feel happy in their presence. And when you meet someone who's upset all the time, or angry or annoyed, you start feeling uncomfortable, restless in their presence. The peace of consciousness of being is not found outside, it's found within. And when one goes within even this boundary between the inner and the outer, it vanishes and everything becomes one seamless whole. So I wanted to share this short message with all of you. I wish you all a great day. Take care.